Díomh fáilte a cóide. So welcome to my video about my journey on learning Irish. So I just wanted a quick shout out to say to people, thank you for the comments. I see the channel's up to 35 subscribers, which is surprising. And but just to say Gur Mahagat to the commenters and the encouragement that I've been receiving. So this is really just a kind of a bit of a brief update with regards to where I am on things time wise and how my course with Conor na Gaeilge is going. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of doing my usual translation, I'm going to do 10 minutes of the video that I'm using. I mentioned it in a previous video. I'll show you. Let me see now. It's called Learn Before Sleeping, Irish Native Speaker, and it's 8 hours and 25 minutes. You'll know it because it has this screen on it. It looks, presumably it's Dublin at dusk. So Baile ha clia Tranona. So what I said was the last time I was using this video was that what I was supposed to do was I was supposed to drive around listening to it, and I was doing it, but I actually came across a video about on a separate topic about it's called The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. It's a kind of self-help thing, and I'm into that kind of stuff. So what's happened is I've gone down a bit of a sidetrack, whereas I should have been studying my Gaeilge, but I wasn't. I was doing this instead. But all roads lead to Rome, and so on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do basically 10. I had been listening to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 10 minutes of this, where I'm going to listen to it and then try and translate it before it does to see how I'm doing. I need a piece of paper here because I'm going to have to block it, I think, because it gives me the translations at the bottom, and I don't want to cheat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through another 10 minutes of just doing the DuoLingo, and then that way then I'll do the DuoLingo here live, and then you can listen in, and maybe then you can translate at home. So probably the thing to do is, a good idea might be, if you find this video on YouTube, you can kind of play along with me and see. So again, it's called Learn Before Sleeping, so Irish Native Speaker in brackets with music, and it is very good. It's 8 hours and 25 minutes long. So what's that? A hooked or August fihe cuig not minuten. No, mate, minuten, isn't that German? So so I'll do that. What was I saying? Sorry, now I'm a bit we have a new baby at home, so I'm still suffering from sleep deprivation. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, so it's 8 hours and 25 minutes long, and I think that I'm almost convinced it's in 2 loops. I think it's either 2 4 hours, but it could be 4 2 hours, but I'm not sure, because when you listen to so much when I'm driving, I'm not sure. Anyway, so how am I getting on with things? I'll go to the good first. This video is excellent. Again, I'd highly recommend it, and I have learned a lot from it. But it also highlights to me the difficulties of learning Irish, in that there's certain sentences you seem to pick up very simply, so easily as well. And then there's other sentences that no matter how many times I've listened to them, I seem to struggle. There's something about the syntax I've mentioned in other videos, that sometimes there's something obviously about Irish that I don't fully understand, that in certain sentences people would say that the Irish language is reversed. The flow of the sentence is reversed in relation to English. But sometimes I find that seems to be not strictly true, and it seems to follow English more. But I'm not quite sure what it is. So but it is interesting that there's certain sentences I just can't seem to grasp. DuoLingo is going very well. I'm up to let me just see. I'm up to day, when I play today, it'll be day 280. So it's going very well. I have more purple discs achieved, which is good. So if anyone who plays the game, you'll know what I mean by those purple discs. So you can see this one here has shattered. Oops, this one here has shattered, so I'll have to play it to restore the disc. And then if you play the higher level on it, it goes purple. And to achieve this, you have to play the game with no prompts or hints. And that's pretty good. So where am I? I'm down to here. Again, I mentioned before that they did seem to restructure it, that there was 5 levels, and now there seems to be 3. Oops, unit 3. So where am I? I'd say I'm on unit 3, and I have this much left to go. So I still have quite a bit to go. If I am honest about it, let's see, what's the Irish word for honest? Makanta. Okay, so Makanta. Okay, so if I am honest, I am struggling a little bit with the Duolingo. The only thing that's probably keeping me going is trying to maintain that daily streak. I do sit down. Like I did say, an hour a day, and I do that. Ein or gach lá, so 1 hour every day, and I do it. But what I do struggle a little bit, but I think it's because basically a busy lifestyle is the problem, with work and family life and so on and so forth. I do struggle a little bit, and some of them can get a little bit repetitive and a little bit boring. You know, I think some of the levels, they've 10 levels, and if you have to do 5, so that's 50 goes. If they're probably maybe not as challenging, you'd want to move on a little bit. But other than that, I think it's going very well, and I do highly recommend DuoLingo. So how's the Conor na Gaeilge course going? I think so. I'm on the where am I with it? I think I've done about, we're on the I'm doing the class again. I think I've done 3 or 4 classes, and again I think I am struggling with that as well. So much so that I'm not sure if I'm going to do another Conor na Gaeilge course, or I need to contact them to discuss what courses suit me. And the reason being is that I just think that again, it's the same instructor that I had on the last set of classes, and either the class is pitched too advanced to me, or vice versa, in that I just don't get it for some reason. So for example, what I find is that the Moon Tour, she speaks, I won't say exclusively as Gaeilge, but probably 80%, which is fine. That's what you want. You want to be immersed in the language. That's the reason I signed up to do these courses. But I just feel again that I'm not learning, whatever way the structure is. So basically what will happen is that we do a lot of, she uses material that's available online, like PEG and so on, whatever. And I think that there's a lot of we go into a breakout room, we're given a thing to do. The issue with the breakout rooms is that you're in rooms with people of very varying levels. So you're kind of going, okay, how good is this person's Irish? So there's a huge gulf between us. There's people in the class who speak a lot of Irish, and there's people like myself who don't. And I think what happens is that if you're sort of randomly put into these breakout rooms, and then if you're in that room, maybe, and again, this is where I think maybe I'm going about it wrong, because if you're in a room with somebody who's more fluent, but I think you don't rise to their level, they tend to come down to you, which means you're probably not learning. And then we go back out of the breakout rooms, and there could be 6 breakout rooms because there could be 13 or 14 people in the lesson. And then by the time we have to go through what all 6 people said, or all 6 breakout rooms said, what tends to happen is there tends to be a lot of, I'd say, downtime, and you're sitting listening to these things being translated, and more often than not, it's a little bit dull to listen to, because, you know, it's just basically people kind of regurgitating what they did. So it's kind of like the last one, what we did was if you went to a restaurant or your favorite meal, and that's fine. But I just feel that it's not, in the way DuoLingo is more structured, and it forces me to learn, because what DuoLingo does is it gives you stuff in English that you have to translate into Irish, then it gives you Irish and you have to translate to English, and so on and so forth. And it very cleverly mixes it up so that you are learning. Whereas I have a feeling that there's so much downtime with the Conor na Gaeilge course that you're kind of sitting there waiting for your turn. You know, so it's not great. I have to say. It is not great, and I definitely don't feel like I'm learning anything on it. I won't give them up because I have paid, and it's €130 for the course. But I just feel that I'm not. I just don't feel like I'm learning anything, and I feel like it's a bit of a waste of time. So what I'll do is, when the course ends, I'll contact him, the guy Kieran, and I'll contact him and then say, look, is there some course pitched in the middle that I could do? Or maybe because I learned so much with one of the moon tours, that maybe it's just this instructor's style doesn't suit me. And I'm not blaming her. It could be just me. It could be that that's how you're supposed to be taught a language at that level, and I just don't get it. And because my Irish isn't as good enough or strong enough, I might be just struggling a little bit to pick it up. But it is frustrating, I have to say. It is frustrating because I do want to learn the language, and that is hard. An interesting thing actually happened. It was my brethla there recently. I was Quaga, Blina, Dish, 50. So we were in Dublin, Baile Haclea. My wife treated me to a night out, Iha Amok, is it? In Dublin, and we were in a hotel near Conran na Gaelga's office, and they have a little chalk tavern at the bottom of the building, and we went into it. There was a 21st on, so we kind of gate crashed it a little bit, but we went in and said that they have a bar, as I said, a chalk tavern, and it's all Os Gaelga. So the barman, we could hear the barman speaking to people Os Gaelga, and it was brilliant to hear that. So my wife then was ordering some drinks, and he asked her what did she want in Irish, and then she said it to him. But the thing that really blew me away was I was coming back from the letters, so the toilet, and I heard some guy's phone ringing, and he answered the phone, and he answered the phone, and he went, "Do you dit?" So you know the way everyone would say hello, but obviously he just went, "Do you dit?" immediately, and I went, he's clearly fluent Irish speaker because he answered the phone Os Gaelga, and I was so impressed by it. I went, that is absolutely brilliant to hear that, and then to hear so many people in this pub speaking away in Irish. It was excellent. It was excellent, and I hadn't a clue what they were saying, but there you go. Okay, so that's the warts and all of where I am with my learning so far. I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep plugging away. But again, it is difficult. It is hard going to live a full life and try to learn a language and with a new baby. I sound like I'm making excuses. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just saying that it is hard. So anyone that is doing it, fair ball to you, and keep up the good work. And with the help of DuoLingo, I'd say I am getting there. I did buy a couple of books. I meant to bring them in and show you them, but I forgot them. But I think the thing about it is that, again, they're too advanced. And my view here is that one day I will have advanced enough that when I actually go back to use these books, they'll make more sense to me, and it'll help me refine things. That's the way I view it, that I'll be more refined at some stage. So Shine. So on with it. And then let me just see now, how am I going to work this video? Okay, so where is the Hello. Okay, that's okay. Let me just hurry up the volume here so you can hear what they're saying. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna set the timer for 10 minutes. Set the timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Counting down.
I'll have to get her to speak Os Gaelga as well. Okay, so the first one was dia dit, which is hello, which is obviously what we said. So now you might not be able to hear them. That's not the idea here. The idea here is that you probably open up the video yourself and play along with me. But what I'll do is I'll call out what she says. Dia gwit, hello. Now she'll repeat it 3 times, I think. Dia gwit. Dia gwit, hello. So typically I'll drive around listening to this. Dia gwit, hello. Hello. Okay. This could be boring.
Hello, everybody.
So hello to everybody. So that's Díomh. Hello to everybody. Díomh.
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 And I think that just listen to this. I think one of the issues I probably have, it reminded me with Conor na Gaelgas, the class that we're doing at the moment, is that we seem to be scrambling around a little bit. Everyone seems a little unsure as to how the course is. There's a little bit back and forth, and they seem a little bit unsure. But it's not like, I don't feel like I've been tested on what Irish I do know. But maybe I am. Anyway, enough moaning. Díomh.
Díomh.
Díomh. I think you can hear that. Good morning. So good morning is Majin Wa. Now sometimes, this is the thing about this, sometimes the translation is not literally the translation. Sometimes they play around a little bit. I've noticed that in it because I kind of go, that's not quite what they said, but it could be a fluency piece. So it's I know good morning to be Majin Wa, but it could be maybe.
Good morning.
What's she gonna say?
Díogwit Ermadden.
Díogwit Ermadden. See? So Díogwit, so Díogwit, hello on the morning.
Díogwit
Ermadden. You see, that one always catches me out. I know when I'm driving around. Now I haven't listened to, if I'm honest, I haven't listened to this in quite a few weeks because I've been doing the other thing. Díogwit Ermadden. Díogwit. But you see, most people, I'm assuming you hear Madden Wa. Next one. Long time no see. Okay, long time no see. So I should know this one. Something Tamil gan fad, is it? Fekig me Tamil gan fada, I think, is it? Let's see now. Something like that.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. Feki.
Tamil fada gunbula.
Tamil fada gunbula, right? I knew I was miles off, but I was kind of, I knew that I could remember.
Fada gunbula.
I could remember the Tamil and the fada. So Tamil fada. So Tamil fada gambula without meetings.
Tamil fada gunbula.
Tamil, so fada, so long time. See, it's not strictly speaking long time. It's Tamil fada. So that's a long. Is Tamil a long time? Probably it is. So let's see. I am pleased to meet you. I am pleased. Tom Sosta Boulalat. That's what I'm going with. I think that's what that is. Tom, I am Sosta happy Boulalat to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Tom Sosta Boulalat.
Tom Sosta Boulalat.
Yes. Yes, I knew that one. Tom Sosta. But see again, you have to kind of think. And I think the trick. I think the trick is to take your time. Take your time. I think if you rush it, it doesn't work. Tom Sosta Boulalat. Okay, what's the next one? But when I was listening to these regularly, I was getting better. So I am going to. I've listened to that other tape now, so I'm going to go back to these. See you later, Fecky May Who. But I don't think it is. I don't think they say. I think they say something different here. See you later. I don't think it's Fecky May Who. I don't think it is.
See you later.
Something. What is it now? It's on the tip of my tongue. See you later. I don't think it's Fecky May Who. It's gone. It's Nice Daini. Fecky May Who Nice Daini. Is it something like that?
Fecky May Who.
Yes, Fecky May Who Nice Daini. Now you see, so my understanding was see you later is
Fecky May Who Nice Daini.
It's gone out of my head now, but it was Fecky May Who. Yeah, so Fecky May Who Nice Daini. So Nice Daini means
Fecky May Who Nice Daini.
I think that means like more later, literally. Daini is doing, I think, and Nice is more. Okay. See you soon. So that's Fecking May Who Shiv Daini, I think.
See you soon.
Fecky me hu shiv deni.
Fekig me shiv deni.
Feckig me shiv deni. Ah, right, okay. So feckig me shiv. So see you.
Fekig me shiv deni.
Deni. So see, I don't understand this translation. Feckig me shiv. Feckig me. I will see.
Fekig me shiv deni.
I'll be seeing you. Like I'm doing seeing you or something like that. I'd have to translate it, but this video will go on forever otherwise. Goodbye. Slán. Now, there's loads of ways I think to say slán in Irish.
Slán.
And then there's the whole piece around slán lat, slán live, and depends on who's staying,
Slán.
who's going. I think it's even something to do with how many people are staying and going.
Slán.
Slán. Slán. So you can see now if you were driving around, this would be quite useful. What's the next one? See you tomorrow. Feckig me hu amorach.
See you tomorrow.
Feckig me hu amorach.
Fekig me
Hu
hu
amorach. Yeah. Feckig me hu amorach. So you say, I know these ones. Feckig me hu amorach.
Fekig me hu amorach.
Feckig me hu amorach. This is easy stuff, I suppose, for people who are fluent. This is easy.
Fekig me hu amorach.
Feckig me hu amorach. What's next? Thank you.
Thank you.
Gurav Mahagut. Gurav Mahagut.
Gurav Mahagut.
Gurav Mahagut.
Gurav Mahagut.
Gurav Mahagut.
Gurav Mahagut.
Gurav Mahagut. So they do get harder. They do get harder. I like
you.
Ismahu. No. Not. Was it? No, see now this is one of the ones. I like you. No. Ismahu. I like. I like you. See who or did.
Hanin Tulam.
Hahanin Tulam. Okay, see there you go. Hahanin Tulam. That's one now that would throw me in a big way. Hahanin. So that's that Irish thing about saying if you like it, Hahanin is to shine. Hahanin Tulam. So Hahanin too. So I have a shine on you or something like that. So I like you. Hahanin Tulam. Got that one wrong.
Hanin Tulam.
Hahanin Tulam. Got that one well wrong.
Hanin Tulam.
Hahanin Tulam. Okay. My wife was out doing the Great Pink Run, and she's just come back now. And the timer had just gone, so I paused it. But basically, that's 10 minutes. That was quick. But I'll do one more just for the sake of it. Just to see. You are too funny. Okay, so I always struggle on this one because I always think of Gyra, but Gyra is smiling. So I think it's Tatu Ro Greenver. I think that's what it is. Tatu Ro Greenver. And then this will be the end of this section, right? So,
You are too funny.
you were too funny. Tatu Ro on Greenver.
Tatu Granver.
Tatu Granver. Alright, okay. Tatu Granver. So, Shine, that's the end of that part of the...
Tatu Granver.
That's the end of that part of the section. So what I'll do now is I'll do 10 minutes of... I'll do 10 minutes of DuoLingo. So the only thing I'd say is this could be boring because you're going to end up looking at the top of my head, I think. I'm not... I'm kind of struggling to put a video together today. So let's say I'll set the timer. Set the timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Starting now.
10. Why is she Australian? So let's have a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm on this one here. So I'm on, for anyone, I'm on V nouns. So then you see you hit the thing and I go, oh, where am I? I'm down here. Go start. So let's have a look. 15 minutes a day can teach you a language according to these guys. Tom Eg Kianach AD. So Tom, I am. So I have to type in English, right? So Tom, I am. Oops. I am. Eg Kianach. Is it buying clothes? Now, so I think it is. So what they do is they give you in Irish, Tom Kianach AD. I recognize that, and I think Kianach is buying. An egg means like it's ing, so buying, an AD is clothes. Now, so there's a little hint. So I touch the little hint. Buying. So it tells me that it is buying. So I can put in I am buying. I am buying clothes. Boom. That's that. Move on to the next one. Tá sé ag dul inis. Tá sé ag dul inis. Okay. So he is going out now, I think. Now, in this one here, you can see what they've done is they have given me it in Irish, and then they've given me words at the bottom, focal. And then what I have to do is I have to basically try and match it up. So he is going now. See, tá sé ag dul, didn't say out, I said out. And this is the thing I find with your learning a language. If your concentration has a tendency to go, or you tend to lose focus, you start adding in words and mixing things up. So you see, I added in out because that's how I would probably say it. Tá sé, I'd say tá sé dul amach inis. But this is a tá sé ag dul inis. So he is going now. Bingo. What's Irish for bingo? Tom ag léamh an nuachtan star úl. So I am reading. Is it reading? Now I have to check because I just want to make sure. Yeah, reading. Oops. I am reading the historical newspaper. Boom. Moving on. Tom ag ihe faoi láthair. Tom ag ihe faoi. So faoi láthair is, I think, in the countryside, right? So what I try and do is I try and not look at the words below. I try to see if I can figure it out. Then when I check the words, because sometimes if you do them enough, they can become, you can kind of guess them a little bit. But I think that's part of the process. I think because obviously if you can guess it looking at the words, then you must know it on some level. So I am eating in the country. No. I am. Oh. Queen Tua is countryside, isn't it? It's I am eating at the moment. At the moment. There you go. I am eating at the moment. Oops. What did I do? I am. So there you go. Made a typo. I said I am at the moment. I forgot to put in the eating. But it's all part of it. It reinforces the whole thing. So tá úl ag an múcal, tá sé a ihe. Tá úl ag an múcal. So I have to type it in English with no hinting. So tá úl ag an múcal. So I say, I think the boy has an apple. Tá sé, and now see, he is eating it. So let me just think now. So tá úl ag an múcal. Tá sé ag ihe. He is eating it. Bingo. Okay. What's the next one? Is maith lom uisce a all. Now, these are relatively straightforward. They do get harder. Trust me, they do. As the levels go up, sometimes you could be quite stuck on some of them. Is maith lom uisce a all. I like to drink water. But I think what's good about this is that the structure of it is, that's why sometimes you'll see what it does is it reinforces, because they're simple, it reinforces the structure with you, and presumably as I move on down it'll get more and more complicated. But I think my view here would be that it can only teach you so much, and that's where obviously immersion, that's why I think maybe if I drop out of those Conor na Gaeilge classes and go back to them at some other stage when I feel I'm more confident or something like that, I don't know, I'll have to figure that out. Now I'm given an English one. I am reading the historical newspaper. So you see, that was an Irish version earlier. So now I have to try and, so Tom ag léamh on Nuachton Starúil. So you see now it'll go back over. So this I feel is, this reinforces the thing very well. And probably that's what we are doing in the live classes. There's a bit of back and forth in English and Irish, but I think, you see, the thing is, I think it's the long delays between it. Okay, so on what lat ad nua a ceannic gomininic. Okay, so on what lat ad nua. So you see now, this is one of these things. Do you like, so you see, a ceannic gomininic. So do you, so what it's saying here is, on what lat do you ad new clothes to buy often. So what they're really saying is, do you like to buy new clothes often? Okay. Aren't you able to go? So aren't you so ní ábalta is my guess. Let's see. Ní nach. Okay. Nach will ábalta. Nach will two. Nach will two. Nach will two ábalta dul. Nach will two ábalta dul. Nach will two. Yeah, got that one right. So that's a genuine kind of learning one there. I'm kind of thinking about it.
Níl sé ag iche bia.
Níl sé ag ihe. So in this one here, what it's done is it's telling me and it's left a blank, so I have to type in the word ihe. Very good. He is not eating food. Nach will to ábalta dul. So now you see, so this is interesting. This is the thing I find, maybe it's a personal thing with me. But what I find here now is, even though I've only done it a couple of ones back, I don't know whether I have some kind of foggy brain when it comes to this, but I can't seem to remember the one. So aren't you able to go? And these ones, when I do these, I could get stuck on, if I'm tired and if it's the evening, I could get stuck in a sentence, and sometimes I have to give up. But the problem is, some of them are timed, and to finish them, you have to finish it. So if you're tired, you're probably better off doing these when you're fresh. You're near the time. Okay, aren't you able to go? Nach will to ábalta dul. Okay. Are they reading it? So on will. So I have to go through my mind when I'm thinking this. So this is something I remember from school. A gum, a gut, a get, a key, a gwin, a gwiv, a coo. A friend of mine used to say to me, used to go, a gum, a gut, a get, a key, a gwin, a gwiv, a coo, and that's how I remember it. So aren't they a gum, a gut, a get, a key, a gwin, a gwiv? Is it a coo? So let's say, are they reading it? On will sheed. Leave. On will she a leave. On will sheed a leave. Doesn't feel right. Yeah, was. Okay, a minute to go.
Níl dul atru.
Níl dul atru.
Níl dul atru.
So this one here, when you listen to these ones, you're trying to work on your pronunciation. So I think it's saying níl dul atru. So atru is, I think, between them or something like that. They are inseparable. It's probably the last one. I am buying clothes. Tom ag ceannic ad. There you go. That's one from earlier. Tom mechanic ad. There you go. I might get one more in. Sure, I'll have to finish this anyway. Dúirt mé gur ól mé a. Dúirt mé gur ól. So let's see. Dúirt mé. I said, I think, isn't it? I said gur. That, isn't that that? Yeah, I said that. Ól mé a. I said that ól mé I drank it. I drink it. I drink it. I drink it. Let's see. I drank it. Although I checked the thing here, so let's see. So when it says "oh," the hint is drink or drinking. Although it's saying here to me I have a typo, and what it's saying is I said that I drank it. Now this is part of the thing with DuoLingo. You see that dirt may, I suppose that's implied that it's the past. So I should have known that drink in the past is drank, but it's not quite. I find that hard. I may as well. Let's see if I can finish it.
On bhfuil I live.
On Wilshid, I live. Okay, so that was just the answer. Was just a fada. Do you like to buy new clothes? Okay, so let's see. I'm under a bit of pressure now because obviously I've gone over my time. On will sheed, isn't it? On will do you? Oh no. Do you like to buy new clothes often? Okay. On what? That mechanic. I just have to get the help with the thing. Mechanic. AD. See, is it on what let? See, so okay. So this is on what let AD. On what let AD. On what let mechanic AD. I don't think this is right. Gominnik. I don't think this is right. No. Okay. So on what let AD. Oh, okay. On what let AD nua mechanic Gominnik. This is one I could get stuck on. Okay, so if I do, I'll fast forward it. Let's see. On what lat AD nua mechanic Gominnik. Okay, we'll come back to that one. Tom Egehef Wheelaher. Okay, I remember that one earlier. I am eating at the moment. Okay, so here we go again. So on what lat nua AD mechanic CHEA and then I'm gonna get this one wrong because I don't. Mechanic Gominnik. Damn it. On what lat AD nua? On what lat AD? See, I said nua AD instead of AD nua mechanic Gominnik. So I'm not concentrating. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. I have to do it again. On what lat what lat AD nua mechanic Gominnik. Grand, got it right there. So, what's it saying? Pay attention to accents. So I don't fill in the. I probably should. It would take too long. I don't go after the fadas. I just type it in without them, on the understanding that at some stage I will get around to using fadas properly. But there you go. So Shine, that's the end. Sorry, now that went on a little bit longer. That went on a little bit longer because I'm obviously a little bit of an Amadon, which is Irish for idiot. So now you see I get this 279. It's gone to 280. Then it says, do I want to do a harder challenge? I'm going to say maybe later, and then so on and so forth. So then you see that's basically what you do. Then I'll play that then for another hour, or should do. So if I didn't have such a busy life. So that's it. Gurmagat for watching my Fishon. Is it Fishon? I think is video. And thank you, Gurmila Mahagut, for subscribing and your comments. I do appreciate those. It's nice to see people are out there doing this. Probably a long video, but you know, that's it. So mind yourself, and let me see now. See you later. So Feki Mehu Fecky Mayhu Ní Stainy. Fecky Mayhu Ní Stainy. Slán, slán, slán.